All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I see people from all over the world. This is pretty amazing. Hopefully, you guys are all having a beautiful day or evening, no matter where you're at. So, again, my name is Nicholas Lau. What I'm going to do today is do a quick presentation on the epic trading opportunity, and then I'm going to turn it over to our very special guest. So, without further ado, let me just go ahead and start the slides. Let me know if you all can see them. All right, if you can see my slide presentation, you can hear me, everything. Can you just drop a 1 in the chat box? I'd really appreciate that.
Looks great to me.
And let me see here.
Nicholas, can you hear me, by the way, or is it a bit quiet on my side?
It's a little bit hard to hear you, unless my volume's down.
I'll change it 1 sec.
Okay, not a problem. So let me.
Is it sounding a better now from my side?
That's perfect. Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Thank you.
And all right, so Ashok, Rashila, I made you guys co-host. So if there's any issues, if you could just handle that. But I did put a password instead of the waiting room, so that should resolve that issue, but just in case. All right, everybody, so let me go ahead and start the presentation. So the name of the company is EPIC, and that stands for Exceptional People, Incredible Compensation. We are a Forex Trading Educational Academy. So one of our mottos here is, shouldn't you be first at least once in your life? Many times in your life, there are opportunities that pass you by. There's things that friends, want to do, and you take a pass on it, and later they're very successful. And then you sit there wondering, oh, you know what? I wish I would have, joined them on that. I know it's happened to me plenty of times. I can think back, and I talk about this all the time, back in 2016 when my friend told me to buy Bitcoin for $450, and I completely missed out on that one. And as you know, Bitcoin is like, what, $19,000? Back then, Ethereum was $7. And I didn't believe in the crypto thing. I believe in it now because, times have changed and opinions have changed. But, those type of things happen. Sometimes people miss out on that chance to buy the Amazon or the Google stock. It is what it is, right? However, what we're presenting to you today is that opportunity again, a ground floor opportunity that you don't want to miss out on, because it can absolutely not only change your life, it can change the life of your family, your friends, a lot of other total strangers right now that will be thanking you years later for opening your mouth and telling them about this. So what is Forex? Now, Forex stands for foreign exchange. It's the act of buying and selling currencies. It's used daily by banks, central banks, institutional investors, and individuals around the world. Give me 1 second here. Let me just check the chat box so you guys can all hear me, right? All right. Okay, good. I do these presentations where I like to check the chat box, and then I like to check who's looking and paying attention. All right, there we go. We're good. So it is a portable skill that'll benefit you for the rest of your life. Now, what do I mean by portable skill? As long as you have your cell phone, your iPad, your laptop, a way to connect to the internet, you can participate in the Forex market. It's the largest financial market in the world. $6 trillion per day is moving in the Forex markets. Most of that, 77%, are your big banks, your Chase banks, your World banks. They're the ones that are making money on your money. When you make a deposit into the bank, they're not just holding that money just to, keep it safe for you. They're investing that money, and they're making money on that money. So we're giving you the opportunity to do what the banks do. And rather than them make money on your money, why don't you make money on your money? And it operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So they're only closed on the weekend. It's pretty much open around the world. For me, Forex trading to the financial markets is kind of like what soccer is to sports. It's the one thing that's just all over the world. Everybody can get in on it. Now it's just a matter of who can we show this to so they can, realize that it actually exists. A lot of people don't even know about Forex. Forget about, Epic. Epic is brand new. A lot of people don't even know what Forex trading is. It's not a term that's familiar to them. So this is a really ground floor opportunity. Forex trading has only been around for us smaller investors probably in the last 20 years. Before that, hedge funds, institutional investors, the rich, the wealthy, we weren't a part of that. But now we can participate. And with social media, with the internet, and the accessibility, this is growing all over the world. My team personally, all over the world, in places I never thought. We'll get more into that a little bit later. So who are we? Well, Epic is a global company that provides the environment for people of all backgrounds to learn the lifelong skill of Forex trading while also pursuing their financial dreams and goals. The executive team at Epic has more than 100 years of successful business and MLM experience collectively. They're a great group of people that I'll get into in just a bit. And we also have industry-leading Forex traders and trainers. So here's the difference at Epic. First of all, they do teach Forex trading at many institutes. Harvard University, the most expensive university in America, does have a Forex trading class, okay? But as you guys know, Harvard University also cost about $40,000 a semester. Not everybody has that type of money, okay? But here's the main difference. When you're at an institution learning, you're learning from a professor, somebody that might not even be trading, maybe not trading anymore. They're teaching you logic and theory out of a book, okay? Over here at Epic, it's totally different. We have 6, 7, and 8-figure traders that are actually teaching, and they're showing you live on the market over their shoulders, and you cannot beat that. We actually have one of those educators on the call, and you'll hear from him very shortly. So it's also a 100% debt-free company. Now here's our leadership. Our founder and CEO is David McCovey. He's an amazing guy. I've had the pleasure of meeting him recently and spending some time with him. He's the type of person that you know that he puts his people first. He is a visionary. And the thing about him, he hasn't been in the network marketing industry that long. It blows us away when we talk to him and he tells us his story that, this is just something that happened by chance. Certain circumstances happened in his life. And his mom would always tell him, hey, you should look into network marketing because you're a really good business person. He didn't want to hear it from his mother. That's not what he did. He's like, he was very successful with a clothing company, event planning, among other things. So he was a legitimate serial entrepreneur. But, like I said, certain circumstances happened. He eventually went to a presentation with his mother. He liked what he saw. He signed up, and the rest is history. 2 years later, he was earning 6 figures a month in that business. Then he went over to another business. He did the same thing again. And then he thought to himself, well, you know what? Why do I have to, work for other people? I know how to build a business. So he built his own business. And that was Evolution Travel, which is still going today. It's a 5-year-old company. It's done over $200 million in revenue, still doing great. But what happened is this year, because of the pandemic, travel is obviously down. His business is still fine, but people aren't traveling as much. So it gave him some time to look at some other options. And that's where, he really wanted to get into Forex trading. It's something he's wanted to do for a while. He just needed to have the right team. Enter Vice President of Business Development, David Lisiaga. They came together with this great concept for this beautiful business. And that's how we've got here. Now, Spencer Iverson is the president of the company. He's a sports agent. He's an attorney. He's built several businesses from the ground floor up to millions of dollars. And he's the perfect person you want to be leading this business. We also have Mark Sterling, the vice president of sales. He's a really funny guy, and he has a way of teaching that really connects with people. And one thing that he told us very early on is like, guys, this is not a regular network marketing company. We are a Forex trading academy. We are education first. We're product first. We just happen to have a network marketing component because that's the way we choose to get this product out to the public. Then you have Jonathan Green. He's a global master ambassador. He's a computer engineer. He's a mathematician, very, very smart guy. And he's the type of guy you want to talk to about how to build an organization, how to maximize a compensation plan. Him and Mr. Sterling, every Saturday, they do a success lab and they teach us things from their years of network marketing experience, the millions of dollars they've made. They pour that knowledge into us. Last but not least, Coach Max. Cannot say enough about Coach Max. She's the heart and soul of this operation. Without her, this might not even be possible. She has an amazing story that when she shares, it brings people to tears. We were on a mindset call just a few days ago, and she had other coaches talking and other people that she's inspired. And it was overwhelming to see adults in tears because of what this woman has done for them. She's trained over 70,000 people. This is a person that has not been doing Forex trading, for many, many years. She saw an opportunity. She seized it. She went to a meeting about Forex. She liked what she saw, but immediately she looked around the room and realized, I'm the only African-American woman here. And she's like, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to make a positive impact. I'm going to make a change for many different people. And that's exactly what she's done. And the success stories just keep piling up every day for this woman. She is the director of Forex trading. and the other coaches, teach her curriculum that she's put together. Really, really amazing lady. So the Epic Advantage, one of the things that I really like about Epic, first of all, we have weekly pay. A lot of people do monthly pay. A lot of business do monthly pay, but we don't believe in that. Mr. McCovey, Mr. Lisiaga, they're like, you know what? Our people, they have bills that are weekly. They have expenses that are weekly. I want to pay them weekly. So, hey, let's just go back to the other slide. For the people that are on this call, if you love our leadership team, drop some fire in the chat for these 6 individuals. And also, if you like weekly pay, drop some money bags in the chat too. I know you guys all love that. So let me just make sure everything's going good in the chat. We've got some fire. We're doing all right. Cool. So this is one thing that I really loved about the business, Epic Estates. So what Mr. McCovey presented to us is that our families are always going to be taken care of. When we reach a certain status in this company, then we can take our business and put it in our will. So if anything ever happens to us, we can pass down our business to our spouse, our kids, our grandkids, whoever we want. That actually just blew me away, because we work really hard. We build a business, we try to impact and change people's lives. And what we're doing here is saying that, listen, all your hard work won't go into vain. We're going to take your hard work and make sure that your children or whoever you pass it down to are able to capitalize on that and keep your legacy going. So very important slide. What are the Epic services? Okay, so all of these services individually would be worth the price that we charge alone. And I know that for a fact, because just a few days ago, when I was prospecting other people, I was talking to this guy, and he has his own, smaller Forex business, and he sends out trade signals. And his package, just for the trade signals alone, not even coaching, not nothing, just the trade signals alone, cost more than our entire university. So right there, I knew we stumbled upon greatness. We have something here that it's gonna change people's lives all over the world, because we offer such a good value that anywhere around the world, this would still be considered a good value. So the first thing we do is live sessions. And our guest later today will speak a little bit about that. So what the live sessions is 3 times a day, our coaches will go live on Zoom, where we can all join a webinar and look over their shoulders while they're trading and teaching. So they're teaching us what's happening in the market. It's an amazing experience. There's nothing like learning hands-on. So 7 a.m. Eastern for New York, 9 p.m. Eastern for Tokyo, 2 a.m. Eastern for London. Those are the 3 times that our coaches go live. And when I first joined this business, I didn't know what to expect, because I had not known about Forex trading very much. So one night I was, I'm a night owl. So I said, let me go ahead and check out one of these live sessions. So I wanted to tune into the London session. I'm thinking there might be 30 or 40 people on. Let's just see what this is all about. It was like a rave. It was like a rock party. I couldn't believe what was going on. There were 700 people on this webinar at 2 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely blew me away. That's when the light bulb went off that I have something absolutely huge here. So if you guys have ever participated in the London session, drop some fire in the chat, because that's like a party like no other. Let me check the chat box here. Yep. Of course, our guest would know about the London session. Sometimes he hosts the London session. So, all right. So our daily signals, the daily signals is what the coaches do. So when the coaches aren't on Zoom, they're still conducting business. They're still out there, looking at the markets and stuff. And whenever they have a trade set up, they're going to put that in what's called Telegram. So Telegram is a chat service on your phone. We have a secure channel. The coaches will send you the trades there. So even if you're out and about, even if you're, in the car, at the airport, at the movies, whatever the case may be, you look at your phone, you see that trade signal, you log into your MetaTrader 4 app, put in the parameters, set it and forget it. By the time you're done shopping, by the time that movie's done, you could have some money in your account. I've seen it happen. I've done it myself. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, because remember, London session's going, it's a little bit late for me, but I have to wake up in the middle of the night, nature calls, whatever the case may be. And I look at the phone, trade alert. I'm half asleep, but I can see it. I put the trade parameters in, go back to sleep. I wake up in the morning, there's money in my account. It literally happens that fast. And these Epic signals are absolutely fire. So we also have Epic University. So Epic University is our university that Coach Max put together. It's 2 weeks long. You can go at your own pace. And by the time you're done with that 2 weeks, you know exactly what's happening in the Forex market. You know the terminology, whatever you didn't know before, you absolutely know now, and you're ready to go in the market, start trading, demo trading, real money trading, however you see fit. We also have study halls, which is like a classroom setting, which they go over one topic at a time. So you can actually interact with the teachers, you can interact with other students. And we have, beginner, intermediate, advanced, honors. We have different, it's almost like, it's literally like going to university. You start with the basic classes, and then, it's like 101, 202. You just keep kind of going up the ladder until, you're proficient in that. And we have levels all the way up, because we do have master traders that are teaching, so they can teach you on the highest levels. We also have the Epic Trade House, which is a chat group where you can chat with the coaches and other traders and see what's going on. Now, that's all the education side of the business. Now, if you decided that, hey, Nick, I love the education, this is great, I'm learning a lot, I'm making some money, I actually do want to kind of share this with some people, because I want to help change lives, and I wouldn't mind making some extra money. Well, for those people that upgrade and become an IBO, an independent business owner, you get freeforex.com. Now, freeforex.com is a system that Mr. Lisiaga put together that does our marketing for us. So those of you that have done any sort of affiliate marketing, you know that you have a page that when you go to a website, it'll say name, email address, you put in the parameters, and then you go in to the next page. Whatever they offered you, that's the exchange. You give them the information. So here at freeforex.com, you're going to get pre-designed lead capture pages, a really cool back office so you can download your subscribers. But the great thing is that Free Forex is going to take care of the email follow-ups for you, because they give three trade signals a week. So even for people that are not a part of the company, people that are just, checking things out and want some information, we're still going to send them a couple of trade alerts a week, because we want them to get a taste of what's going on the other side. It's the same trade alerts we get. We just randomly pick 3 of them and give them to the subscribers list. And eventually they're going to want more, because 3 a week really isn't enough. They're eventually going to want like 3 a day. So they're going to come over. All right. And then we also have great social media engagement for those of you that are techie nerds and you want to track everything. You can put your Facebook pixel, you can put your Google Analytics. We all have that, and much more. So quick disclaimer before I get into the money. Epic cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn any money with our program. Basically, we don't know what you're going to do in this program. We don't know what your intentions are. We don't know what your work ethic is. We cannot guarantee you anything. All we can do is give you all the tools you need to succeed. All right, with that said, I'm about to get into the money. So let me see everybody here. If you guys want to see how the money works here, drop some money, drop some chat in the chat box, some money bags or some dollar signs, unless you don't want to hear about the money. If you don't want to hear about the money, then I'll talk about something else. Okay, we got Leo says he wants to know about the money. Okay, as long as Leo wants to know about the money, we're good, because that's all I needed to know, because I told Leo, it's like, that's a future ambassador right there. So I said, let me go ahead and show him about the money. All right, so the compensation plan, one of the best compensation plans I've ever seen, because it's so simple to understand. For the life of this business, as long as you are in this business, you only need to maintain 3 personally sponsored people. So the way the compensation plan works is you, and then there's 3 people underneath you. You need to put 1 personally sponsored person in each leg. It doesn't matter where they're at. They don't have to be at the top. You just have to maintain 3. When you do that, the company says, hey, that's cool. First of all, you know what? How much is this? You're probably wondering, Nick, how much is this? Epic University, Epic Trading, everything that I just mentioned is only $99.99 a month. That's it. Like I said, there's companies out there that charge individually, and I have proof that they charge individually more for each of these services than what we do. So $99.99, one of the greatest values I've ever seen in this industry. And all you have to do is maintain 3 people. And when you do that, the company says that, you know what, we're going to go ahead and waive your tuition fee temporarily. Your scholar fee, the $99.99, temporarily waived. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with an IBO fee, the independent business owner. So you can get your free Forex package, $24.99. So your $100 fee effectively becomes a $25 fee. And it stays that way as long as you maintain your 3 people until you hit a ranked position. So what's the first ranked position? Founder 500. What happens at Founder 500? Well, once you have a team of 10 people and you don't have to recruit them all yourself, because those 3 people you brought in, when they see that you're only paying $25 a month, they're going to be like, well, I can invite 3 people and then I can, pay only $25 a month. So once you have a team of 10 people, the company says, hey, we appreciate that. You put the right number of people in each leg, 4, 4, and 2. So we're going to go ahead and pay you $500 a month. But remember, Mr. McCovey's like, no, we don't do monthly pay here. We do weekly pay. So as soon as you hit Founder 500, the very next week, you're going to start receiving $100, $125 into your bank account or into your Epic account, and then you can transfer it to your bank account. After that is Founder 1000. So once your team is tripled in size, and trust me, it's not all you, because once the duplication process starts, those 10 people are going to go out and find their 3 people each. You're going to hit 30 people. Once you get to 30 people, your monthly pay is going to go to $1,000 a month. So your income is going to double. After that, you have to work a little bit harder and go from 30 people to 80 people. Your team's working synergetically together. Now you have 80 people. Your income doubles again, $2,000 a month, $500 a week. Then you'll get to where I'm at the Founder 5000 level. When your balance requirements, you have at least 100 in your first leg, you have 100 in your second leg, 50 in your third leg. So you only need 250 people on your team, and the company is going to pay you $5,000 a month. Every Friday, I get an email saying that your deposit has been processed. Every Monday morning when I wake up, when other people are waking up around the world to go to work and, dragging their feet to get out of bed, and it's like, I can't believe the weekend's over. I look at my account and it says $1,250 has been deposited into your account. If you want Monday deposits, type a 1 in the chat box. I love Monday deposits. I love Friday emails, because Friday emails, sometimes I don't even know what day it is, because, when you work for yourself, you work at home, you don't know what day it is. But when that email comes in on Friday, it's Friday. So when I wake up on Monday, I look at my account, I've got money, absolutely love it. Now, this is where the game changes, because when you're at Founder 5000, when you're making $5,000 a month, that's when you start making life decisions. It's like, do I still want to keep my job? Do I still want to do this? Because obviously this business is building, my team's building. You know what? Let me make a run. And that's what I'm doing. That's what a lot of people are doing. They're trying to make a run to ambassador. Okay. I'm trying to get there this month. Now, when you get to ambassador, you're effectively a top leader in this company. That's where the rewards start. Remember Epic Estates, where you can take that business and will it to your family, put it in your will for your kids. That happens at the ambassador level. When you're an ambassador, you're now making 5 figures per month. You have a team of 500, 200 in your first leg, 200 in your second leg, 100 in your third leg. When that happens, they're going to drop $2,500 into your account every week. Now I can go into the other numbers, but I'm not going to overwhelm you. We do have an ambassador 20 and an ambassador 50, I believe, on this call right now. So, if they want to, speak later, we'll let them. There's also an Icon 100. Mr. Lisiaga is an Icon 100. As you see, the numbers just kind of multiply and the dollars multiply. So Mr. Lisiaga is at that position where he makes $100,000 a month. He was able to do it in about a month. So every Monday, $25,000 just drops into his account. So like I said, we have positions all the way up to $1 million a month, because we know that this company is going to be so big. I mean, it was big right off the bat. We came in with a lot of intensity. So we just put all the positions out there. It wasn't one of those situations where like, okay, every month, let's tell them about a new position. Let's just put it all out there. We have $1 million a month position. Not only that, we have some really great rewards. So when you become an ambassador, you're going to get fitted for a ring. Mr. McCovey is going to say, hey, you're an ambassador now. What I need you to do is go to your local jewelry store, tell them to give you one of those dangly things with all those little holes in there. Put your finger through one of those holes. Tell me what your ring size is, because I'm about to get you this ring. It's gold, it's diamonds, and it's beautiful. If you guys love that ring, put some fire in the chat. Absolutely love that ring. As you move up the ranks through the ambassadors, you're going to get more diamonds on that ring. Let me just take a look at the chat box. How's everybody doing? Worth roughly $10,000 each. Wow, that's amazing. $10,000 each. Everybody loves those rings. Okay, now the ambassadors, as they'll tell you in a little bit, they also take trips. They just came back from Mexico. They had an amazing trip there. If you go on the Epic YouTube channel, you'll see the videos and everything. It was absolutely amazing. Next time, I definitely want to be there. So close. So also, at every level of ambassador, the perks go up. I believe ambassador 50, they get a trip for 2 to Dubai, all expenses paid. When you hit Icon 100, you get that beautiful Rolex. So I believe Mr. Lisiaga, when we have our event in January, the award ceremony, maybe that's when he's going to get that beautiful Rolex covered in diamonds. And at Icon 200, so remember, Icon 100, you get the Rolex. Icon 200, you'll get one of 3 cars. You'll either get a Tesla, a Mercedes or a Cadillac. So if you're all about the environment, don't want to pollute, get the Tesla. If you want to pollute, get the Cadillac. If you're kind of in between, get the Mercedes. At the Icon 500 level, that's the thing that blew me away. At the Icon 500 level, you're going to get a Lamborghini Huracan. And this is not one of those things where you're in a business and they just take out a lease, and if you lose your position, you lose the car. No, when you hit Icon 500, Mr. McCovey said, when you maintain that position, he will go buy that car and he will give you the title to that car. So for all of my team around the world, you know, for the people in Nigeria, the people in Fiji, the people in New Zealand, Canada, all over the world, Nepal, I want one day, I want to see that Lamborghini Huracan. So if you guys want that Lamborghini, drop some fire in the chat. And like I said, all of these rewards, the money, it gets kind of outrageous and stuff, but I want you to kind of hone in because it's all about the education. Even though the compensation plan is great, as you'll hear in just a bit, the trading will make you just as much, if not more money. And it's amazing the synergy we have. We have two income streams. You can make money trading, or you can make money building a team. And most people choose to do both. It only makes sense to be a product of the product, right? So what do you want to do here? You want to become epic, right? You want to become one of us and join the family. We'll get back to the person who invited you today. Get their sign up link. Make sure you sign up directly under them. Thank them for this opportunity because it's going to change your life. And it's because it's going to change your life, it's effectively going to change their life too. It's $99.99 to become a scholar. You want to learn the benefits of Forex trading, go through Coach Max's university, attend the trade sessions with our great trade educators, and then you can upgrade to IBO for $24.99, start building a team, get the free Forex system, start collecting leads. So many amazing things you can do. So here at Epic, we're the world's ultimate lifestyle and trading community. So Mr. McCovey's not just about the education. He's not just about the business and the compensation plan. He legitimately wants you guys to have a good lifestyle. That's why it's about the vacations, the jewelry, the cars and stuff, because he wants us to live that type of life. You know, as my upline Ali said, when he asked Mr. McCovey, why are you still doing this? Why are you still building teams? Why don't you just kind of hang out at home or at the office and chill? And he told him, it's like, until your guy's life is like my life, I'm never going to stop. And that's the type of leader you want. And, you know, after meeting him, after, you know, hanging out and watching a game with him and going out to dinner, he's the type of guy you really want to work hard for because he's one of us. He's no different than us. He still goes out and he still builds a team. He still recruits. When we were with him, he actually came to somebody's house to do a presentation. We have a multi-million-dollar person. And he just rolls up in his car. He's just sitting there on the bed, hanging out with us. And it was just like such a surreal feeling that he's one of us. And that's why we love this business so much. So in the end, you know, why be average when you can be epic? You guys all have the power to be epic. I love each and every one of you for coming out here. And I love building this business with everybody. I hope that the team's going to grow some more. So what I want to do right now is get straight to our guests. So we have a very special guest tonight. He is my upline. He is my mentor. He's a seven-figure trader. He's one of the Epic Trade educators. He's Ambassador 20. Let's give it up. Let's throw some fire in the chat for Aaron Crosbie. You there, Aaron?
Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going? Let me see the fire in the chat if you absolutely love what Nicholas was speaking about today. He absolutely dropped the fire as always. My boy Nicholas is super hot with that fire, man. Drop some fire if you appreciate Nicholas, guys. Thanks, Nicholas.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right, guys, look, I'm here to talk to you, right? I need you to really take a minute. Take a breather because that was, you know, a lot of information. And I know that it can get quite intense when you're learning lots of new things. But I'm going to peel back every layer right now and just go real raw with you, okay? Real raw to the core with you right now. And I'm going to talk about why I got into this business. Now, I got into this business nearly a decade ago now, so quite a while ago. And I saw online at this time that there was really one thing that I wanted to do, and it was to become financially free. And actually, to be honest with you, I wanted to get rich, if I'm being honest. I didn't want to live the average life. And I realized that there was something key. There was something really key that people with money did versus people without money. And what people with money do is they use their money to make more money, right? So when you learn to basically leverage money in a certain way, that money gets together with more money and they have money babies, pretty much. And I know it sounds silly, but that is really what happens, right? But I looked around because, you know, not everyone in my family came from, you know, a very affluent background. Some of them have done very well, but some of them have done really badly. So we've got a really kind of adverse family with you know, such kind of diverse financial situations. I've got some people in my family are millionaires and some of them are dead broke, you know, can barely afford to live. And that's no way to live, right? There's no way to live crippled like that. But there's something I noticed. When some people in my family were dead broke and they eventually did get to the place where you're almost rich or pretty much rich, they started to then swap their money for more money. And I thought, that's interesting. And then I did a lot of research on entrepreneurs and business people. And I noticed one thing in common that they all had, and that's that they swapped their money for more money every single time, whether it's investing in real estate, whether it's you know, investing in the crypto markets, whether it's, you know, investing into trading Forex, they always swap their money for more money. So then I realized that's what I need to learn to do. I placed my first ever trade. It must have been back nearly in 2011 or so. Okay. And I was fairly naive at that time. I thought, oh, it's just candles and it's just a support and resistance. Anyone can do this. This is really easy. What I failed to realize in the early days, guys, is that education in this game is absolutely everything. It's everything. Without it, you're done, right? You need to surround yourself with the right people because it's one of those really kind of iconic sayings and slightly cliche, but your network is your net worth. And that's why Coach Max put together the 15 best traders that she knew in the industry to come and lead this out with her, right? So you've got 15 of the best traders that Coach Max knows in the industry that have created a curriculum and university for you to learn exactly how we do what it is that we do. Okay. So when I took that first trade back in 2011, guys, I made some awful mistakes in my year one. And it's because I didn't surround myself with people that had what I was trying to achieve. And that was a big key. If you want to get anywhere in life in whichever field, the fact of the matter is, if you can find yourself an absolutely credible and solid mentor that has already what you're trying to achieve, that's the single biggest way to get to your destination. That's the single biggest way to get to your motivation. Okay. That's the single biggest way. So what we do for you here, guys, and I know Nicholas has already kind of reeled over it with you, so I'm not going to go into the whole product details and stuff like that. But what you need to understand is we literally sit with you live on the computer for hours a day in groups of the scholars here and in our crew. And you can literally trade with us live. You can literally learn with us live. You can hang out. You can talk to the mentors in the Epic Trade House, which is a Telegram group made exactly for you guys, right? You're going to feel a sense of community. Now, on the building side, Nicholas has probably already mentioned that I earn over $250,000 a year just on the building side, and I earn a lot more than that via trading, right? So you got to imagine you can do incredible things, guys. There's not one job in this world. There's not one job in this world that could afford to pay me what I earn. Not one job. I guarantee it, guys. If there was a job, I would be underqualified, right? And I'm telling you now, there's no job that could pay me what it is that I earn. Sorry. And every single one of you has the ability to do the exact same thing, guys. I'm not a genius. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not a genius. I'm not the most charismatic guy in the world. I'm not the most liked person. But what I learned to do is just follow the people that have what it is that I want. And when you join and lock arms with Nicholas and myself and Ashok and some of the leaders here today, what you're going to realize is from day one, you're going to have more support than you could have ever imagined. That's the difference between our circle and other circles out there, is that we are genuinely getting so far ahead of the masses in terms of the success we're bringing to the team because our support system and our mentorship system is next to none. I've never once in my life been in any situation, whether corporate or non-corporate, where you have a team of such motivated and supporting individuals. And that makes a huge difference. Guys, let me know right now. Let me know in the chat box if you would feel safe and secure knowing that you have the leadership and support around you of people that make hundreds of thousands to millions a year in the industry, literally mentoring you directly, one-to-one. Let me know in the chat box if that would make any type of sense to you. If that would make any type of sense, that you could find success by having people lock arms with you that literally are dripping with success and have your best intention of also getting there. Because the reality is, guys, in this type of market, if we can make you strong, if we can make you big in this game, if we can make your network thrive, it benefits us because you're part of our network. And that's the amazing thing about network marketing. If you look at people like Robert Kiyosaki, they'll tell you all about the smartest and richest people in the world create networks. Everyone else just watches, right? So we're going to show you how to become the network. We're going to show you how to become the next person in our crew, in our academy, that's going to be earning 6 figures a year. And from there, the sky's the limit. I'm telling you guys, from there, the sky's the limit. The other day, we were all out in Mexico at the ambassador's retreat. It was one of the best times of my entire life. I've never been surrounded by a whole group of team that are just the most inspiring people you've ever sat down with, ever had drinks with, ever went to 5-star dinners with. It's just, when you have this type of money coming in and that type of freedom, it will just change your life forever, guys. Let me know. Throw some ones in the chat box, guys, if you want to change your life forever from today. Because here's the fact. Here's the facts, guys. The facts are, when you start out in this world and you have dreams and ambitions, the world beats you down. The world tells you, no, 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 you must go to school. The world tells you, no, you must go to university. And the world tells you, you must get a normal job and live the normal life like everyone else. I'm here to tell you that the world hasn't got your best interest in heart. I'll tell you what, only you can have your best interest at heart, but you don't know what to do until you know what to do. You have to surround yourself with the people that have the wealth of freedom, okay, and the wealth of financial security and the wealth of financial literacy. And when you start to empower your mind, with that logic and that new knowledge, I guarantee everything affected will start to change. Today is the day you're going to make the change, guys. I really appreciate you all. When you join after today, you're going to see a lot of me. You'll see a lot of me in the live sessions. Nicholas and I, we hang out on live calls. We do team catch-ups and meetups every single day. We hang out. We talk business building. And trading, etc. So, guys, you're going to see a lot of me, and I can't wait to see a lot of you. So, Rashida says, sign me up. All right, hold on. After this call, we're going to get you plugged in. Guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Nicholas, thank you for having me on today, brother.
Thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate it. So everybody, this is what I meant, is that at Epic University, you're not being taught by, people that are on like an education. You're being taught by actual 7-figure traders, and that's what makes the difference. You're learning from people that are actually making money in the markets. So what I wanted to do now is turn it over to some of my leaders, so you can hear some testimonials from people that are actually making money and changing lives. So Ashok, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, brother. So thank you for joining us here today. You're one of the top leaders on this team. You've been able to build a team internationally in countries that have never heard Forex trading. So can you give a little bit about your story and about your team?
Sure. First of all, thank you for organizing this call. And I'm so grateful that you got to hear, you get a chance to hear from a 7-figure income earner. So this is really, people pay money for that. We're getting it for free here. So that's one thing for me. So about me, long ago, I'm originally from Nepal. I live in Canada right now. So long ago, I went to different countries with my dreams and goals and everything, and I thought, like, Canada is the country I got to go, and this is the land of opportunity. So I came to Canada, and what happened is, I was so busy finding job. I was so busy finding two jobs or 3 jobs. I forgot about my dreams. I forgot about the meaning why I come to Canada. I wanted to achieve financial freedom. I want to achieve a life, get a life where I live, financially, in a free way. But I forgot that part because I was so busy, finding a job, going from this job to that job to that job. And I thought like, okay, I was making good money, but I stopped myself. Man, this is not you're here in Canada for. You're here to live a life. And I was so uncomfortable being comfortable at my job. I was making close to six-figure income, a year. And I feel like I'm very comfortable. This will not grow ever. So I was looking for opportunity, long story short, when we come to Epic, I thought like, man, there are people on the other side of the world having same dreams like me. If I am here in Canada and I can fulfill my dream with Epic, there must be people. Like when I was young, I wanted to do something in my life, back home. So I reach out to people, and there, I was so happy there are still people who are hungry for success. And that's how I was able to, get hungry people into my team from the underdeveloping countries like Nepal. So and grow my team. So that's how all started, but what I believe and what I give them believe, actually I'm reading a book now. In fact, I have a book right here. So this is the book I'm reading right now, 177 Mental Toughness, and by Steve Seabolt. And in this book he says that champions develop world-class belief long before they become a champion. This is the belief I give to my team. We all can become, if we just follow the world class habit, if we just have the world class champion belief, we can do that. And also, champions also start practicing long before the actual event. Like, yes, I see myself as Ambassador 50, I see myself as a seven-figure trader, but I need to practice before that happens. So that's what I tell to my team, and that's what the belief we give in our team. That's what we communicate in our team. That's why we are growing day by day. um, yeah yeah, that's all. That's my story.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. So, like I said, Ashok has done a lot in his life. He came from a country that it's a developing country. A lot of people have to get out of that country to make something. So when they get out, they run with the opportunities. He's a world-class chef. He's taught, he's cooked all over the world at some of the most beautiful resorts. Finally, he got to Canada. He got into the financial industry. And then when Epic came along, it was just like a no-brainer for him because he was already doing insurance. He was already helping people preserve their life and their families. Now he has something to help them make money and create generational wealth. So really, really appreciate that. So as far as I don't know if there's any other leaders on the team, if they want to unmute themselves, if they want to say a few words, you're more than welcome to do so. In the meantime, who do we got?
Hey Nick, I can speak for a bit if there's time.
Sure. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, cool, man.
Oh wait, well let me properly introduce you. This is my upline. This is my upline, Anand. He's also from the UK, just like Aaron. But yeah, go ahead and take over, bro.
All right, cheers, Nicholas. Well, thanks everyone. Like I was on here for just a short while, and I just already feel like the power of all the leadership here, but also all the people I know who are like determined, right? Right. And I want to share like just one simple learning that I kind of got from life as I was kind of growing up, because I've come from the scenes of being a corporate world. I've come from the scenes of studying hard for exams and that sort of traditional life, right? The traditional educational route to be successful, right? And here's the quote that I kind of learned when I went to a personal development seminar, and it was just basically a normal it was called a Breakthrough Success Summit. And the key takeaway I got from it was the more you learn, the more you earn, right? The more you learn, the more you earn. And I don't mean in terms of learn because of how we learn in school, which is exactly how I learned. I was very good. I got lots of good grades and stuff, but I was essentially obviously in that employee kind of role. And that's not the thing that's going to make me rich, right? So when we talk about the more you learn, I mean more so like, what the wealthy do, right? What's actually directly related to what you truly want, right? What you truly want to create, the life you want to create. So, talking about the more you learn, the more you earn, like this platform that we're on is truly an educational platform. It's an educational platform, obviously for the Forex side in terms of learning how to trade. And that's so directly related to, you know, the more you learn, the more you earn. But the people that we have around us, the leadership, right? From the corporate, from top down, to people like Aaron, obviously. And big shout out, Aaron. Thank you so much for all you're doing. And this is just the beginning. I'm going to get so excited spending more time with you in London whilst lockdown is over. But, you know, like on the leadership front as well, to build a business, right? To learn how to work with a team, right? How communication, like we learn some high level skills here that a lot of people would pay for, you know, thousands of dollars to learn from other coaches, to learn from other programs that are designed for that sort of thing. But this is literally an all-in-one you know, solution to every single thing, right? Whether it's directly to actually earn money without speaking to people, without recruiting and doing what the banks do, or literally building up yourself, which I think is the most fulfilling part of this experience, whether it's your own growth or whether it's watching your team grow. You know, look at all the guys over here, how much they're growing. Nicholas, even though he was already a leader, he's grown even more, right? And it's just like, that's what you get here, right? Again, like Aaron said, surrounding yourself with highly successful, wealthy, but also, you know, they're just good quality value people, right? And that's really the thing that was missing for me in a lot of my journey. Combination of things, but the ultimate thing is when you don't have to feel like you're doing it yourself, right? So for example, if you're a leader yourself, in terms of you work hard, you build stuff, but it's been challenging, most likely you haven't had like giant shoulders to stand on, right? To just help you, you know, leverage, right? To just kind of make the most of what potential you have, right? And obviously if you're a beginner and you're keen, you're hungry, right? You obviously need a leader, you need a teacher, right? And we have all different types of people to suit all different types of people. So I just want to share that, you know, truly take this away. The more you learn, the more you will earn. So therefore your earning potential is down to your learning potential in terms of how willing are you to learn, right? There's no secrets. There's no secrets. All the information is actually out there. Nothing is being held back in the university on, you know, how to take the trades, on, you know, what's the strategies, on any important stuff related, even going far as mindset, right? That's not even directly related to trading, but it is the most important thing. Everything is shared. There are no secrets. It's up to you to go out there and get excited and hungry to know that this is all in front of you. You just have to grab it, right? Take that spoon and eat it. Like, this is just a wealth university, right? More so than just anything specific. It's so many things in one. So definitely, you know, if you're already in it, absolutely explore it every single way. You don't have to go different places, all in one. And if you're not involved with us yet, you know, think about it. Like, what do you need? Like, what do you need to help you go from where you are to creating the life you want, right? Obviously money comes into that. So what's the gap? Why have you not got that money? Why have you not got that skill set to, you know, create that? Just know that that's all here. And, you know, if you want any more specifics on that, obviously go back to the people and the experience that they've had to understand that. But, you know, I'm just a big fan of education. I always have believed in education. I'm a proper school geek, so I've always been involved in learning, but it was always learning, not with a purpose, right? Here, there's a serious purpose, not just for yourself, but the people you can help, right? And the people you can empower and inspire. You know, everyone has this potential in them. I truly believe that. And the only reason they're not fulfilling that is just not being taught. They're not being empowered and supported, right, about the potential they have, or even being aware what is possible for them. Right, you'll be surprised how much you're capable of, right, when you get exposed to what we have here. All right, so yeah, thanks for having me on for a little short time. I actually have to run because I've got a webinar with my team as well, in terms of, we got all kinds of teams around the world, right? So yes, a pleasure to be here. I'm excited for all of you guys. If you're not in already, that you're going to get started. And obviously the guys here, jumping into 2021, right? It's a new life almost, but we're going to be coming in with some powerful tools in our toolkit, right? So yes, pleasure everyone. Thank you all for setting this up, Nicholas. And yeah, appreciate
that. Yes. That was my partner in crime. He's the guy that, you know, brought me into this business along with my business partner, and me and him are running neck and neck. So we're trying to both get to ambassador this month. We're both about 30 something people away. So the competition is on, my brother. Now you can go to your other meeting.
That's my webinar. That's my key to go to the webinar.
All right, buddy.
Nice one. Cheers.
All right. Cheers. All right. And next I wanted to bring Rashila Smith. She's my partner in crime. We're cross-line, but we really support each other's team and help each other out. Rashila, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey guys, that was a great call, Nicholas. I really loved all your energy and everything you explained to everybody. It was funny that entire time we were on, I was at the grocery store shopping for my family for the weekend. So yeah, guys, real quick, my name is Rashila Smith. I live in Chicago, Illinois, USA. I got in this industry about a year ago, just so I can make some extra money for my household, but also just to get back my time because I was a bus operator for a living. I didn't have any time for myself or my family. The money I made was okay if I was just supporting myself, but we're a family of 5 over here, so we always needed some more money, and there was no way to get any more money unless I was willing to give up more time, which I wasn't willing to do. And so when I heard about what was going on with the Forex market, it just really made sense to the point where I just wanted to dive in, get educated, start practicing how to do it. And I started just making additional money for my household. But ultimately, I just started making more money than I was making on my job. So this time last year, I was able to quit my job. I've been doing this industry and making money in it full time for since January 2020. So I really don't want to brag or impress you with this, but just to impress upon you, if I can do this, if all of us can do this, so can you. So if you everything looks good and sounds good, go ahead and get back with the person that invited you to this call. Go ahead and get started today because today is Friday. The market is going to close in a couple hours. This is the perfect time to get started with educating yourself on this industry. Okay. If you're looking for time and money together, this is the place to get it because when you get both of those together, that equals freedom. So who on the line right now can use some more freedom in their life? Go ahead and drop a fire in the chat right now if that's you. That's what I was looking for with this. And so that's what we can give you with this industry and this partnership with Epic Trading. Now, if money is an issue to get started, guys, don't let that stop you because money was an issue for me. My husband and I, we both had really good jobs, but sometimes our bills was more than the income that we were bringing in. So I don't know if anybody on the line can relate to that, but that's what was going on with us. And we were tired. We was tired of that. And the only way that that was going to change is if we decided to take a change. And so we get the money together, got started, and the rest is history, guys. So that's it for me, guys. Have a great weekend. My name is Rashila Smith again, founder 2000 out of Chicago, Illinois. Peace out, guys.
Thank you very much, Rashila. And we'll let Rashila get to her call. She has another call. We have calls flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Next, I wanted to bring on my very good friend. She's been rocking with me for several years. We do a lot of businesses together. And Marianne, are you there?
It would help if I unmuted, huh?
Yeah, there we go. So if you can just tell people a little bit about yourself, why you got into this opportunity and how it's changed things for you. And especially about your kids. I definitely want to hear about your daughter.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to talk about her. So thanks, Nick, for that intro. Yeah, my name is Marianne Hauk. I live in California. I'm a single mom of 2 teenagers. So Nick and I've known Nick for several years. We've been in different opportunities together. Some I've succeeded in, some I haven't. I think we all can relate to that. But when he told me about Epic, I was like, what is that? I've never heard of Forex. I had no idea what it was. It sounded like something I could never do. And that was my mindset at the time, right? But so I'm like, okay, well, let me try this. So I joined and I'm like, I'm just going to build my team, right? Because that's what I do. I'm a volleyball coach. I've coached for over 20 years. I coach softball. I used to have I'm actually a certified Wilton cake decorating instructor. I used to have my own custom cake business. So I've done many things, but it's always revolved around coaching and helping people. And I actually went to college to be a teacher. So that's what I was going to do with my life. And I realized that, oh my God, I can't live on that income. Unfortunately, that our teachers don't make any money, right? So I was like, I had to change my whole course of what I was doing. So I've had many jobs over the years. I hate to say that, but that's just the reality of it. And because my very first job when I was 15, the very first day I knew that I was never going to work for somebody else for the rest of my life. There's just no way. I can't do it. So as I got older and went through jobs and, just temp jobs here and just stuff, because I never knew really where I actually belonged and where I wanted to be. So it was just trying different things. But when Nick showed me this, I was like, okay, I'm just going to build my team. That's my focus. I don't want to trade. I barely passed math when I was in school. That's not my forte. I'm the creative side. And there's numbers and financial markets and blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, there's no way I'm ever going to learn this. Right. Well, lo and behold, once I got into Epic, I started building my team, started helping people and stuff. I got into the university, and the way Coach Max and her traders put this together is just amazing. Because if you've never traded or anything before, believe me, if I can do it, I swear to you, you can do it. It's the way they put it together. It's step by step for the newbies. I mean, I'm a hands-on kind of person. I have to do things for myself to learn things, and I have to do it over and over again. The older I get, the less I retain. But that's okay, because I'm in for the long haul. So it doesn't matter if, it's not a sprint here, right? So I am learning to trade, and it's absolutely amazing, because I never thought I could do it, right? So my whole mindset changed. I'm like, wow, I'm actually marking up charts, and I'm actually calling my own trades. And I mean, I went to bed last night and took a trade, and I woke up to profit this morning. So I'm like, okay, right? So my daughter, so like I said, I'm a single mom of 2 teenagers, and people always ask me, why do you do this? Why do you get up early and get on calls? Why do you stay up late and trade and watch another video and learn and study and all this stuff? Well, it's 2 reasons. Because no one's going to do it for me, right? No one's going to support me and my kids, right? And the second reason is that my kids like to eat. So I don't have a choice. So this is what I do. And I've been able to stay home with my kids while they're online, doing their school online, distance learning. And I can tell you right now that if you're on the fence about this, there is absolutely no better time than right now. I mean, look what's going on around you, right? We're in this horrible time that I've never been in my entire life. And I hope to God my kids have never have to go through this again in their life. But we're all going through it together. And California, the Bay Area, our governor is going to be calling another shelter in place, right? Like we were back in April and March. Just when things were getting better, now we're getting worse. So it's like, if I had to work a 9 to 5 right now with my kids home from school and everything, that would not be okay with me. So if you're looking at this to join, whether to build or whether to trade or both, you're right. You can do either one or all. Okay. So my daughter, I just want to real quick. So my daughter's gonna be 15 in a month. Hard to believe, but she always watches what I do. She learns any opportunity I've been in. She's very interested, right? And she's a straight A student at a private school, and she's a freshman. Always been a straight A student. I never have to worry about her with school and everything, right? So she really wanted to learn trading. So she has a demo account, and she doesn't take signals. She's looking at her charts, and she's learning. And she took one yesterday or the day before, and she made $60 on one trade. So she's like, wow, this is pretty cool, right? So she's really excited about it. Where can she go work? You can't even work at 15 anymore anyway, a lot of places around here, and make $60 for 15 minutes of work. And she's doing it in between watching YouTube and taking a lunch break from school, right? So this is, I mean, again, she's learning more than I think than I am. She's gonna be teaching me here soon. But I just want to tell you guys, you're never, and I've been around this industry for a long time, you're never going to find, and I guarantee 2 things to you. I can't guarantee you're going to make money because you have to put the effort in, right? I don't know what your work ethic is, but I can guarantee you 2 things. One, you're never going to find a leadership team like we have here, ever. Okay. All the way from the top down, from David McCovey, the CEO and founder. I know Nick went through the whole leadership team and everything, all the way down. You'll never find another leadership team that cares more about their members of this family. We're not a business, we're a family, than this group that we have here. And also the other thing I can guarantee, the second thing is you'll never find more leaders like Nick, Aaron, Ali and Thomas, Damon.
Amen.
Aaron. And there's so many, I can't even name them all, but you'll never find any other guys and girls who care more about your success than you will here. Okay. And like I said, I've been around, or I'm not going to say how old I am, but I've been around, and I guarantee you'll never find that. So if you are even thinking even a little bit about joining this and us in this epic family, don't even hesitate. Don't wait, because there's no better time than right now. Absolutely no better time than right now. It's $99. You're not going to find this education or this kind of just this leadership and this education that you will hear. You just won't. So that is all. I can go off forever because it's so amazing to me to be here. But again, Marianne Hauk from California, and I wish you guys all a great day. And thanks, Nick and Aaron, for having me on.
Thanks, Marianne. I really appreciate it. And then everybody drop some fire in the chat for Marianne. She's the one that takes care of all of the things. She runs the chat groups. She'll, let everybody know when the webinars are. If it wasn't for her, you guys probably wouldn't attend half the webinars because nobody would be posting about them. So that's all Marianne. So let's give up some fire for her. Okay, Dee, are you there? Dee, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how you doing? So everybody, this is my good friend. We call her the Car Lady, and she's going to tell you why in just a bit. But we've been rocking in different businesses for a couple of years now and stuff. And she's like a big sister to me, just like Marianne. They both keep me in line. They both straighten me out when I get out of hand, and you got to have that. So Dee, can you tell people a little bit about yourself and why you got into this opportunity?
Absolutely. We'll just kind of take it back, before I even got into online stuff at all. My background is in automotive, hence the name D Car Lady. I used to be an auto mechanic, and sell cars as well. And I originally had to, move to the online space because it was just a lot of time that I was spending, working on cars. I mean, it hurts your back, you know what I'm saying? Doing it for 60, 70, 80 hours a week, so I had to do something, different moving forward, looking to my future. And I've been around, like Marianne said too, been in some different things and stuff like that. But one of the things that initially attracted me to Epic was honestly Nick. I didn't know anything about Forex. Okay, nothing. I didn't even know what it stood for. Okay. I was one of those people who was thinking that, oh man, that's just some crap that people are talking about, on Facebook type deal. I didn't know. But I saw Nicholas was doing it. And the thing is, like Nick said, we've been in some things together and I trusted him, so I came to him, he didn't have to chase me down or anything. I said, hey, Nick, what you got going on, and he talked to me a little bit about it and told me about it. And I said, man, I think this is something that I need, because this is what attracted me to it. Because now that I'm an online marketer and everything like that for the last couple of years, it's like, me personally, I don't want to have to rely on someone else to, whether they sign up for something or not, for me to be able to get paid. And that's kind of how it is, like with network marketing. If someone signs up, then you make a commission, right? So I like the fact that with Epic, you have options. If you want to, sign people up, you can, but you don't have to do that, and you can still make super money. So that's what attracted me to it, because yeah, I know how to recruit, right? But when I'm looking at what am I going to be doing for the next 3 to 5 years, me personally, I'm not trying to be hustling on Facebook in 3 to 5 years. Like in like 365 days, I'm trying to be hustling on Facebook, right? So I was like, so my questions to him were pretty simple, before actually joining. It was like, okay, well, Nick, I see people are ranking up and all that. That's good, because I know what that's about, the recruiting side. I said, but Nick, shoot it straight, man. I said, is the trading working? The training that people are giving to actually learn to trade. That's what I want to know. Right. And he's like, yeah. And he showed me, his results he had in a single day. And I was like, so that was from trading, because I didn't understand the screenshot he sent me, you know what I mean? Because I know what the heck I was looking at. So I was like, so you made that in a day? I think at that time it was like $172. Now to some people, they're like, oh man, it was only $172. But I'm gonna tell you why that impressed me. Right. Because yeah, I've made, $1,000 in a single day. Right. But what impressed me is that he could make that of his own, meaning it wasn't relying upon someone to sign up and, sign up in something and hopefully they paid their dues or whatever. He did that from a skill set that he was learning. I was like, yeah, that's what I need. I needed a way that I didn't have to rely on recruiting. I could do it it's about me learning the skill set, being able to make the money that way, and then obviously the better that I learn it, the better that I get, be able to multiply that, and there's people that I've seen in this company, on our team, and they're pulling out, some good money, you know what I mean? Each day on the trading side. We're not even talking about that, ambassador and everything like that. That's the recruiting side. But on the trading side, so that was one of the things that, really originally, got me wanted to be into this, in a part of Epic, with Nick, and now that I've gotten in, I'm like, yeah, man, I made the right choice. And I actually talked to a couple of people because I told Nick, I said, man, I want to learn the trade. I said, so I'm not going to really like heavy recruit like how I do on other stuff, so there's tons of people who don't even know that I'm involved in it. But once I saw, what the company had put together, what specifically Nick and the Epic Warriors and everything, on the team, have put together, and the energy that Nick is bringing, I even told, I said, bro, you stepped it up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm proud of you. You came into a serious leader, and I see the energy that people are putting in, just like Marianne said, man, for real, like you may look at different things from other people, but I'm gonna be straight up with you. Like from what I've experienced so far, being a part of this team, you ain't gonna find a more supportive team, right? Nick is there. There's people that I don't know their name. I only know like their username, mtrades. I don't even know like their real names. But it's like whenever I've needed guidance or something like that, and I'm a newbie. I've been able to connect, each day with people. If I needed something and they get me in the right direction, so that way don't have to worry about losing confidence because you don't know how to find this, that, and the third. I mean. And I'm just being honest with you. I've been on multiple teams of things, that I bought online, but this has been the most supportive, especially seeing as how I literally knew nothing about Forex. Like I can't even stress that enough. So if you're on here looking and you're like, I'm thinking about it, but I don't know anything about Forex, bruh, sis, get in, right? If you're like, oh, well, I don't know if I'll have the time, bruh, sis, get in. You can go at your own pace. I like that too, because I stay busy, but what I'm doing here lately is I actually reconfigure my schedule. I said, because when you see an opportunity for you to, if you hear and you see an opportunity for you to get here, right, like level up type situation for your long-term, for your next 3 to 5 years type situation, because you ain't trying to be hustling all day on Facebook, you make the time and you be like, what, let me divert some of my attention away from some of this other stuff that is, kind of temporary, if you will, so that's what I've done. And I love, and I told Nick this too, I love seeing regular people. When there was a lady, and I don't even remember the name, but it was a lady in one of the Telegram chats. She put up a screenshot because she was happy that she had made $100, her first $100 day, trading. Now I don't know the lady or anything like that, so it's not like she's like a top leader or anything, but that impressed me. Why did that impress me? Because that lets me know that regular people who were just like me, didn't know anything about Forex, only like maybe some crap they heard somewhere or something, gave it a shot, actually learned the skill set, and in between working and everything, learn the skill set. And now they are able to produce an income, what I call producing money out of thin air when you don't have a job. That's what I call it. Produce an income out of quote unquote thin air, and she was an older lady, you know what I'm saying? So what that also let me know is that this spans all across. There's people from different countries that I've seen, and I love it. I may not speak everybody's language, but I love it because that lets me know that's all this opportunity. It doesn't see restrictions. How some jobs you feel like, oh, it's all about who you know, and even in network marketing, sometimes people will be like, oh, well, that person made money because they got a large following. Well, check this out. You ain't got to have no following and you can make money in trading. That's the beauty of it. It does not see if you have a Facebook wall or not. It doesn't see if you have a following or not. It doesn't see your race. It doesn't see your age. It doesn't see your gender. It doesn't see none of that. All it sees is you learn this education, right? And you start getting results with it, right? And I'm seeing people getting results what I call pretty quick anyway. You know what I mean? Because shoot, man. And man, I ain't even gonna tell y'all some of the horror stories about not making money, but I'm seeing people having results what I consider pretty quick with something that they're learning. And like I said, it's just amazing. I'm looking forward to doing some great things on this team, and I'm even stepping it up. I'm like, Nick, man, where you need me? Let me see. I know I'm still learning, but let me see how I can help out in a leadership position with the team, because I really believe in what the company has put together, but even more so, straight up, I really believe in what this team is doing. So definitely get back with whoever invited you, and this is the team that you want to be on.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Dee. I appreciate you. That's some really great information. Like I said, Dee, look, you're actually getting a round of applause from the gallery. That was pretty awesome. Okay. Michael, are you there? Michael Gabriel. Let me see if he's still there. I've had to make him wait a little bit, but I really want to hear from you. You there, buddy?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about Michael. He is one of my leaders on the UK team, and this is interesting because you heard from Aaron, then you heard from Anand, now Michael. The UK team is so deep and so talented, especially with traders. And one great thing about having Michael on the team is he's educating me on Forex. You know, he's on my team, but I look at him like a mentor. We don't do upline, downline. We're all partners. We're all business partners, and he goes out of his way to make sure that I'm properly educated. He'll send me some trades. I'll go to sleep. I'll wake up. There'll be money in my account. It's like, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. So, Michael, can you tell people a little bit about your Forex journey and you know, what brought you into Epic?
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Nicholas, for you know, using all these nice and kind words about me. I give it back to you, and as usual, you know, you're always doing a phenomenal job when you're presenting this opportunity because it's very precise and concise, and I just love the energy that you bring into every single call. So thank you so much for that. My name is Michael Gabriel, aka Michael G, as some of you guys know. Now, I started this journey like 2 years ago, and I loved everything about this industry, but I never found really a place other than Epic where I truly learned how to trade. Like, for example, I'm here at home. Here's my son behind me here, you know, enjoying his iPad, you know, and I'm here on the charts, as you can see, you know, and I just had my dinner as well. So, I mean, I'm supposed to be now doing a job, right? I'm working right now. Who else wouldn't want this kind of lifestyle? And this is exactly what I was dreaming about for a long time. Now, I'm a civil engineer by education, so I worked in corporate London for quite a while, but I really got sick and tired. And what really made me go forward more and push myself more is when I lost my job. I was made redundant, okay? The company I was working for, they were not performing really well. They didn't have enough projects, so I had to drive myself. And at some point as well, I didn't even get support from the closest people to me. And all of that motivated me to go even further. Now, I know you heard from some of the other speakers, everything about, you know, how amazing the education is at Epic when it comes to Forex. And I have to tell you, I have never seen anything better than this program. And the crazy thing is that Epic, you know, although it has the network marketing side of the business, but they're pushing people to learn how to trade, and this is unheard of, to be honest. Okay, and that's what's really like making me more passionate about Epic and being very loyal to the company as well. But one thing I want to highlight to you as well about the networking side of the business. Where else in the world would you become successful when you help other people? Nowhere else, right? I mean, if you're working in a typical job, you'll see people stepping on each other, backstabbing, and everybody wants to become the manager, and everybody's is praying whether the manager gets fired or loses his job or her job to take their place, right? Here at Epic, to become successful, you need to make others successful. You need to help others become successful. And that's the beauty of this industry. So with that being said, thank you so much, Nicholas, for giving me the chance to speak. I give it back to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that. And I know your business partner is on the line. I don't know if she's in a position to talk. Julia, are you there if you want to say a few quick words? I know you have a presentation coming up, but if you want to jump on, the mic is yours. Julia is one of our amazing leaders from the UK as well. She gives the most amazing presentations. How are you doing, Julia?
Hey. Hi, Nicholas. Thank you so much for arranging this. I'm out and about, so you've got to excuse the background. However, listening in, you're very powerful as per usual. The information that you shared was just absolutely phenomenal. Also, thank you so much, Aaron, for taking time out of your busy schedule, but it's all about the teamwork makes the dream work. So it's all powerful and also beautiful. So many beautiful people on the call today. What I would say to you is that if you are in doubt for whatever reason, that you need to cut that out, really and truly, because this opportunity is a game changer. Listen, you've got less than 30 days before this year is out. It might have not started wonderfully, but it doesn't mean it must end the way how it started. You have an opportunity to make a big difference in your life. You see, change begins with you. So if you're not going to take the change, then you need to stop complaining. Right now, the information that's been given to you today is showing you that for just $99, let's just break that down for 1 second. If you buy a cup of tea and a slice of cake, that might cost you $5 a day. Yeah, you times that by 5 days of the week, because we trade Monday to Friday. You times that by 4 weeks of the month. That's $100 you've just spent just on a cake and a cup of tea, right? Why don't you feast on your mind and give your mind some food for fuel in order for you to live the life that you truly desire and deserve? You see, Epic is giving you this opportunity and plus so much more. You know, what's really amazing is that you've got an incredible team around you, so you're not alone. Understand this, you are not alone. Many places you might think, well, do I have to pay $99? Well, some other places are charging quadruple that amount, and they're not even giving you the amount of resources that you're getting. Understand this, you're getting mentors for free in terms of what you're getting with the price of Epic. Where in the world are you going to get mentors? Usually they're thousands of dollars per hour and counting. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any doubt, please understand you're not going to be alone. Many of you might think, well, because this is something you've never done before, that it's not going to be possible for you, then please understand it is. Because again, it's good to hear a fellow teacher, because my background is in teaching as well as in education, you know, and the bottom line is it is about helping people to help each other, you know, and the more that we can actually uplift one another, encourage one another, then we all can win. There's more than enough for everybody. So in terms of my journey, in terms of Epic, I've been in both the public, private, and the voluntary sectors. And the reason why I've really turned to Epic is because really of the quality of the leadership team, the actual mentors involved here, and to make it more clearer than day is to say that people treat people as people here. You're not just a number. Yeah, you're actually an individual, and people actually want to get to know you. They actually want to help you grow. They actually want to see you prosper. They actually they actually believe sometimes more in you than you believe in yourself. And that's talking from the heart. So I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, please don't let 2020 end without you actually seriously taking this as an opportunity to surefire you into 2021. Okay, you are not alone, and I really want you to stress that more than anything else, because people are thinking this is something brand new. The charts, the formations, it's too much. I'm not going to understand it. But listen, we're going to help you. We're not going to hold your hand for every single thing, but we're going to help you. We're going to give you the resources. You're going to have information coming left, right, and center, but you can pick and choose. You do things on your own time in your own special way. And if you fall along the wayside, just reach out and connect to somebody and we'll lift you up. You see, we want to shine a bright light in your life. We want you to be a true, beautiful winner. So please don't be holding back anymore. This is your time to shine brightly. This is your time to grow. This is your time to be and have the life that you truly desire and deserve. There's no time like the present moment. Time doesn't stop. Time just does what time does, and that means keep on moving. So why don't you start taking a move, make a change, and be the change you want to see in the world, because change begins with you. So with that said, Nicholas, thank you so much indeed. And understand this, you're going to be building a team worldwide. I'm in the UK as well, you know, so we've got people around the world all sharing on this same platform at this moment in time. You can be one of us too. So come on. And Happy New Year and seasonal greetings in advance to you. Well, come and join us. Come on, what are you waiting for? Nicholas, I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you very much, Julia. Oh my gosh, I'm like ready to sign up.
You're welcome.
So just think about this. I put Julia on the spot while she's out and about in the cold, and she drops the heat that's going to make any ice around her melt. So, and think about it. If she can do that now, when I tell you about her presentation, she didn't even prepare for that. Drop some fire in for Julia. So let me tell you that the England team is on fire. I mean, it's just an amazing, amazing team. Such great leaders. Thank you very much, Julia. I appreciate that. Kwan, can you unmute yourself, my buddy? So I had the pleasure of meeting Kwan last month in Houston. What a great guy. What an amazing soul. He's the brother that, you know, I haven't met until we met. And I was like, man, I wish I knew this guy all my life. Just a really inspirational guy. Kwan, are you there, my friend?
Yeah, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear? Okay, awesome. Hey, everybody, how you doing? Amazing, Julia. You got on the call right now, you got so much value for the price that you put in right now. You got Julia, whose background is a teacher. You got a professional trader, Aaron Crosbie. You got, you know, coaches. I myself came from a background of real estate. I've been doing real estate for like 8 years. In fact, there was a time when I owned a Century 21. And believe it or not, you think you make it all the way up until you drop. Even a homeless person
Hey, Quan,
on the street was 400. You got to change.
Quan, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
We got a little bit of bad reception. Are you not at the computer or no?
No, I'm actually on my phone, but
Okay, well, let me.
is connection okay right now?
It's kind of going in and out. Let me let you get your connection better, and then I'll come back to you in just a bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, buddy. All right, Leonidas, you there, brother?
Yeah, buddy, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing? So
I'm doing good, man.
So yeah, actually, Aaron had another call, and he was really disappointed because, you know, the first time Aaron met Leonidas, he didn't even know about him. Like, I told Leonidas, hey, can you come on this call? And Leonidas came and dropped fire, and Aaron was like throwing papers in his room, pencils were flying. And then after he was done, he's like, please send me the audio book. So Leonidas is a good friend of mine. We go back a long ways. We had a lot of mutual friends, but we never had a chance to connect together on a business until Epic came along. And interestingly enough, we've both been in different companies with the leadership of this. So this was just like a perfect match. So Leonidas, just, you know, just tell anybody whatever you want about how this business has changed your life and whatever you want to drop, my brother.
Hey, thanks, man. Can you hear me okay, Nick?
Yeah, I got you.
Can you hear me? Okay, all right, great, man. Thanks for hitting me up. Actually, I was asleep when you messaged me because I flew earlier this morning and I was a little tired, so I was trying to catch up on some much needed rest. But this conversation might be a little weird. I'm gonna try to keep it short, and I say weird in a sense because this morning, right before I went to bed, I kind of keep my ear out there with what's going on in the economy, keep my ear to the pavement with the stimulus and with everything that they're talking about, because a lot of people, that's their focus. You know, a lot of people are dependent on that. A lot of people don't know how they're going to make it to next week, next month, even the next year, right? And it's unfortunate. This is nobody's fault, first of all. So it's very interesting to see how things are going and growing. And I don't know, today a video caught my eye. This is not a political talk rant by any means, right? But just pay attention to where I'm going with this. And I started to do some back checking, right, on who these leaders that we have that make these decisions are. So the name Steven Mnuchin popped up, and most of you guys might know who that is. And this has to do with trading, trust and believe me, right? So did some research, did some homework, found out who this guy is, where his background comes from. I come to find out it's from trading, right? And I'm like, interesting. If these guys that are in the government that are making financial decisions for us, they have a long-standing history of stock trading, Forex trading, and all this good stuff, maybe it's something I need to kind of take serious. You know what I mean? Because these guys are making big dollars. You know what I mean? I don't know how many of you guys know what net worth is, but I think Steve Mnuchin, his net worth is north of 300 million, right? And I say that to say this: trading is a platform, it's a industry, it's a market, it's that thing where if you want to literally print cash, you can. You know what I mean? I printed some dollars today, and trust me, it doesn't take much effort. He went to Yale, became a part of Skull and Bones, and had to go to Goldman Sachs and all that. Let me tell you something. I'm never gonna get in there because I ain't going to Yale. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the connections. I don't have the money. Even if I did, I wouldn't want to because I don't believe in that type of education as much as I do with financial literacy. You know what I mean? And no disrespect to anybody that's in education that wants to go to college. No disrespect at all. My whole thing, like, what makes your heart scream and sing? I was going to be a pilot, and I'm actually considering getting a job as a pilot, not because I want the money, but because I enjoy flying, and I don't want to pay for it because it's really expensive. But if somebody else out there is paying for it, why not do it if I can do it for free? And I say that to say this: why not learn how to trade Forex or build a skill set for free? Right? It's not something you have to go to college to learn. It's not something that you have to be in a secret society to learn. It's not something that you have to spend, decades to learn. It's something where you can literally learn from the palm of your hand on your own time, whenever you want to, however you want to, And not only can you get paid to learn, but you can get, you know, great results from the market. First of all, you're going to get networked around people that come from similar backgrounds as yourself and many others, or or have some really weird stories. Nothing against them, because we all have a story. And I'm telling you this because a lot of people get hung up on a 4-letter word that drives us either into the ground or drives us to new heights. And it's called fear, false evidence appearing real, right? It's this one thing inside of our head that we don't do it to ourselves. It just kind of happens. You know what I mean?
I think you muted yourself, bro.
We're not focused on where we want to go is the problem, right? And the main thing is a lot of people, they want to be a diamond, meaning they want to have the value of a diamond. They don't want to get cut like a diamond, right? And if a lot of people can understand what it takes for a diamond to be processed, to be a diamond in its rough form is just old coal. It takes a lot of compression. It takes a lot of years of pressure in order for it to be a diamond. You know what I mean? And I was watching, I saw this Netflix thing my daughter was watching the other day. A little clip that caught my ear. And this guy was fighting with his daughter or something. I mean, like ninja kind of fighting with his daughter, right? And he stopped and he apologized to her because he hit her or something. And she was like, "Oh, you crazy psycho!" And he was like, "Oh man, I just learned something. I can't teach you this. I can't train you as my daughter. If I want you to be good, I have to train you as my student." And this is what really caught me. And he said, the strongest metal, the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. You know what I mean? And you cannot, no parent, no friend of yours is going to want to put you in the hottest fire for you to become the hottest bit of steel. It might sound a bit harsh, but iron does sharpen iron, but you got to get in the trenches and you got to get serious. Now, I'm telling you all this to let you know that it doesn't matter what your current situation is. When I started in that former company that rhymes with staycation, I was homeless. You know what I mean? I was literally homeless. It was my wife. 2 of our daughters were with us. We were lucky to have the others by some relatives and all. We lived in not this car, but a car similar to this one, a Toyota. I forget, a Camry, I think it was 2015 or something like that. And I can tell you, every day I would drive around Orlando, drive around the city, and I would look up and wonder, man, is this the end? You know what I mean? Is this the end? And I said, you know what? No, every time I wake up and I have an opportunity to get up, look up, I can do something else. I can do more. You know what I mean? This isn't the end of the road. How am I going to feed my family today? I don't know. But I know because of the power of the internet and because of networking with the right people, it doesn't matter where in the world you are or what your situation is. As long as you have a mobile device and the internet, you have the opportunity to make money. And I can tell you I can show you the email if you think I'm joking. I actually found it the other day where in 17 days from being homeless, I went from being in the top 1% of that company. And that's because the fire that was in me to get out of that situation was so hot. Let me tell you, it was so stinking hot that I couldn't sleep half the time because I had to find a way. I think I heard someone say one time, you got to be willing to sacrifice sleep in order to hit that winning opportunity, because sleep will make you broke. You know what I mean? If you woke up this morning without income or broke, you have no business sleeping, resting, really, and for real. Like they said, that's printed. God said in a good book. And I'm not religious. I'm not trying to make this a religious call or nothing. But I believe in God. I'm not saying that I don't believe in God. I'm not the religious type to be trying to speak all that on you. But it does say in there that to whom much is given, much is required, right? And a lot of people say they want success and they want this and they want that. But when they get it, they don't know, really don't know how to handle it. And that's because they weren't forged in the hottest fire, right? And when you can get up, no matter your situation, no matter what's going on, no matter what you see is going on around you, your car is about to be repossessed, you're behind on your mortgage or your rent, you got the 3A eviction notice, your bank account's got like 50 cents in there, it's negative. It don't matter. I've been there before, guys. And I can tell you that's not the end of the road. I've slept on the side of a bridge before. I've slept in the car, but the beauty behind it, when I woke up that morning, I saw dolphins swimming in the ocean. I wouldn't have had that experience or appreciated that if I was just, thinking and all that all the time. Even though I was going through challenges, it don't matter what challenge you're going through, man. There's always some positive in every negative thing that comes about. Everything. There's always something positive about it, right? Always something positive. So you have to understand that right now it's daytime here in America, right? It's overcast. I can't see the sun. In the UK, over by Julie and Aaron and them, it's dark outside. They can't see the sun. But somewhere on planet Earth, the sun is shining, right? It's shining down. It might not be here, it might not be in Cali, somewhere in this side of the world. In your world, it might be overcast, it might be nighttime, but the sun is still shining. You just have to persevere. You just have to get through dark times. Like when we're flying and we're flying instruments, when we look out and there ain't nothing but white, it's scary as I don't know what, because you can't see nothing through that window, but you have to trust the instruments. You have to trust your training, right? Which you're going to get from Epic University. You have to trust when you see your account going down negative, your bank account going down negative, your relationships are going bad, everything's going down. That guess what? What goes down got to go up. You know what I mean? Even when you hit rock bottom, it's got to go. Yeah, it's got to come back down, but you want to focus on getting a higher low, not a lower low, a higher low. Unless we're shorting a pair and we're going down, and we're just gonna skate and cruise it on down. But on the way down, if we're making money, we want to pass some chips to our buddies. Hey man, check this out. I'm making some money. This Epic thing. I don't know. I'm not qualified to teach you about it, but I know somebody who is. Come check this out with me. Let me know what you think. You know what I mean? It's making me money. It's making my partner money. And it can probably make you some money too. That's all you really need to do to invite somebody or to recruit them. It's just like when I try to keep it short, but it's just like when they ask you for a recommendation. Hey, where'd you get that shirt or that car or that watch? You're recruiting them for somebody, but you don't think about it like that. So always be prepared to share that little story of success, whether it's, hey, I just paid my car note from my Epic income or from trading. This car I'm sitting in, last year, actually, I bought it from a winning trade I had. I had like an $8,000 trading day, and I was like, what? This is really real. Let me pull some money out. Let me go to the dealership. Put in 30 minutes of that. Send it with cryptocurrency from my trader over to my Cash App, put it into my bank, put it in my Apple Pay. I even Apple paid the guy the money. And he was like, what? Technology is amazing, guys. It is truly amazing. Don't sleep on that. You know what I mean? And you can today's Friday, the market's about to close in a few hours, but guess what? You can still trade crypto. Bitcoin's on a bull run right now. So I'm saying, get you some. Because last time this happened, I bought Bitcoin when it was there, when it was here. Guess what? Stop saying, like my buddy Les Brown says, used to bees don't make no honey. You know what I mean? If you used to do something, it ain't helping you today. And a lot of people like to say this, I know. And if you know something, what's known, I should not have to explain. If you know something, it should be understood. So take action on it. Don't be afraid of taking that step. People worry about $99 a month. Why I gotta pay $99 a month? You pay it for a car note. If you got a car, you pay a cell phone bill that don't make you no money. You buy food. I think Julie was saying if you buy that coffee and that tea every day, or that bun, it'll add up. And I always tell y'all this: if you're gonna piss your money away by eating and drinking and pooping it away, put it into something that will continually give you money to poop and pee away. Don't stop on that. Continue. That's the one thing that I tell. It's like your own vending machine. You know what I mean? If I can share this, I put $100 into this thing and it's paid 1,000 already. You know what I mean? And I'm bad for this. You know what I mean? And don't follow my example on this. I'll share this with you. I don't push it as hard as I know I should or I can, because it's mainly because my life's so distracted. I got 7 kids. I'm a pilot. I got a lot of stuff going on. So I try my best to put all my effort forward at all times. But again, to whom much is given, much is required. You know what I mean? And to be epic, it shouldn't take, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this and do that. And because how much is the monthly? Well, man, you're complaining about this in your life. You're complaining about that. You're going to let a $99 one-time decision stop you? It's just a one-time decision if you take action. And take action by getting involved and sharing it with just 3 people. They're going to say one or two things, just like the trades. They're going to up or down. They're going to say yes or no. If they say no, praise them for it. Tell them, yeah, you're worth like $10 to me because I'm getting closer to my yes. And when you get to that yes might have 10 yeses. And those 10 yeses could be extremely valuable to you. You never know. And just because you might see somebody today riding in their Jaguar or their Rolls Royce or whatever, it don't mean that they ain't at home at night begging and praying for an opportunity for them to pay their bills tomorrow. Because when I met a lady the other day, and I'll close out with that. I met a lady the other day, in this when I came back from one of my flights, right? And we got into a conversation. She was in real estate, and I'm looking right now. So I like to find ways to find out what kind of house people live in, because it says a lot about where their mindset is and stuff. And the talk came up, and her house is like 4,000 square foot. I was like, good God Almighty, that's got to be an amazing piece of property to maintain. When minute I said maintain, she immediately went south. She got sad because of the maintenance cost of that property. And a lot of people they see the big and the nice things that they want, but they don't understand what is required to have it. If you want to own a Bentley, and I checked it out myself because I almost made the dumb decision to go get one. The insurance on that thing, the payments, woo, wait. So I know people that own those things, they got to come up with some serious stacks every month to pay them bills. And this is an opportunity, right? That where if they take a serious look at it, just ask them for their opinion if they make a lot more money than you. Because they make them think they're smarter than you, and they're approving this for you. They say, hey, nah, that's not going to work. When they see it, they'll be like, hold on, I know this guy. I've seen this guy before. Or this Forex, yeah. Just get their opinion. Hey, man, I see you make a lot of money. I'm trying to make money like you. I came across this opportunity. I got involved, but I need some guidance. Can you help me out? Take a quick look and just tell me what you think. 9-10 minutes of your time. And they might just say, hey, you know what? I'm looking for something like this because I got some bills that got me by the chokehold, and they need to get rid of them. So check this out. Residual bills, you need residual income. Go get you some. Know what you want. Epic can help you get it. Stay plugged in. Learn how to trade. And I'll see you at the top and at the bank, and definitely living your dreams. Because the only thing that's stopping you from living your dreams is you. And I'm out.
Awesome. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. Let's drop some fire in the chat for Leonidas. That was some big juice and big nuggets there. That was really great. So now we're going to go from Orlando, and we're going to close this out. You have another cross line that just came into Florida, and she hit leader just like that. Nicole Porter, are you on the call?
I am here. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can. So, and Leonidas, between the two of you, you guys have roots from the islands, Jamaica, Haiti, Barbados. We're about to tear things up in Florida, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, guys. So thank you for having me, Nicholas, and thank you for having me speak. I literally joined this company about 3 weeks ago, guys, 3 weeks ago, and it took me about 13 days to hit that first level. So I don't want to tell you that to impress you or anything. I just want to impress upon you that you can do this thing, right? You're in the best team, guys. If you're on this call, then you're in Nicholas's team. So you're on the best team. He's here to help you guys. Whatever you need, you can always go upline with that. So I just wanted to impress upon you guys that you're looking at the most amazing opportunity right now in the industry. When I saw this opportunity, I've been exposed to this industry before. And, in previous companies, you're selling soap or you're selling shampoo. In this business, the product is making money, right? So if that doesn't excite people, then nothing else will. You're not inviting people and telling them, try out my new shampoo or try out this off-brand product soap. You're literally saying to them, come trade with me and come make money, right? So this amazing opportunity, don't let it pass you by. If you're getting into a traditional business, then the most important thing is location. Here, it's timing. And not only is the timing amazing for Forex and trading, right? But it's amazing for this particular business, for this particular company, because we just launched October 1st. So literally everyone on this call has an opportunity to come in right at the top, right under that CEO of this company. Sometimes you look at opportunity like, say, one of the ABC companies, right? And they've been around forever. right? You want to get into something where it's not even at that takeoff phase yet. We're literally in our infancy phase. So if you get in and you lock in your spot, you bring in as many people as you can if you're in that builder side, right? When this company reaches takeoff, all those people have an opportunity to be under you. So do not let this opportunity pass you by, or you're going to be saying, man, I wish I had joined that thing. Man, I wish I had learned to trade Forex, because now it's the it thing. Right, guys? I want to implore you not to let the regular excuses hold you back from this opportunity, right? Excuses like, I don't have enough time, right? Well, if you don't have enough time now, when are you going to have it? When are you going to have enough time to spend time with your family, to do the things that you've always wanted to do? With this opportunity, you can buy back some of that time, right? You can get into something like this, make the money that you need, fire your boss, and buy back some of that time. So don't let the excuse of I don't have enough time hold you back from something like this. How about I don't have enough money, right? If you don't have, it's $99 to join a company. I've never seen anything like this, where you can join for so little and in so little time make so much, right? So if the excuse is I don't have enough money, find a way to get $100 and join this opportunity and start trading. Guys, turn your cell phone, right, your smartphone, into a really smart phone. And if not, you should just call it a dumb phone, because it's not making you any money, right? So jump into this opportunity and just run with it, guys. Another excuse that I hear is I don't have the skill, right? Well, in this company, you don't need the skill. We literally give you the signals for you to go out and trade. So that excuse has to go, right? You don't need the skill. Like, come on in. If you want to learn, it's here. If you want to just trade, it's here. If you want to just build a company, it's here, right? Another thing that I hear is, oh, well, you know, networking and trading, that's not my passion. Well, it's not my passion either. But what is my passion is making money, taking care of my family, right? And building generational wealth. You can do that here. It doesn't have to be your passion, right? It really doesn't have to be. Another thing I hear is, well, I'm in too many things. I'm overspent. I'm overcommitted. If you're in too many things and they haven't brought you home, drop them. They're not worthy. They're not worthy of your time. When I saw this opportunity, guys, and I have a lot going on, but when I saw this, I diverted all of my marketing efforts and my marketing budget into this, because I saw the potential. I've seen things before. I've seen comp plans. I've seen businesses. I've seen leadership, and I've never seen anything like this. So when I saw this, I jumped in, dropped everything, stopped investing my money in anything else, and joined this opportunity. And that's what I want for you. I don't want you to miss this, guys. Another thing is, well, I've done something like this, or someone that I know tried something like this. Well, did they try it or did they do it? Right? Did they try it or did they do it? Is it this or is it something like this? I guarantee you it's not this, because we just started on October 1st. So it's not this. Are you the kind of person who compare yourself to someone who tries something, right? Or they get a kit, they get their starter kit and they put it on the shelf and they never go get it again. Don't compare yourself to the people who don't do what it takes, right? Get your $100, get back to the person who invited you, who thought enough of you, right, to invite you to something like this. We could keep our mouth shut, right, and just trade and make money and let you think we're just geniuses over here. But we want to invite you to something like this because we love you and we care about you. So get back to the person who invited you to this call. 2 questions. Are you ready to get started? Do you have more questions? Get those questions answered and come on in, guys. I'm so excited about you being here and I can't wait to meet all of you.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. So awesome. This is actually Nicole and I's first interaction because she's brand new to the team. We just kind of connected this week. I'm so happy to have her on our team. The Florida team they're about to take off. I can't imagine what's going to happen in Florida. So really awesome. Thank you very much, Nicole. So last but not least, this one is very special to me because this guy eliminates everybody's excuses. Because people think that, oh, it's too expensive. It only works in, like America and, countries like that. The next guest, Mr. Uatea Salesa. He is my founder 1000 from the Fiji Islands. And that's very special to me because my parents were born in the Fiji Islands. This man actually lives off the same road that my father grew up on. And we just got connected a couple of years ago through a different program. One thing led to another. Now he's one of my closest friends, my big brother and stuff. So Mr. Uatea Salesa, are you there, sir?
Thanks, Nick. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
So
hey, everyone.
just let people know about a little bit about you, a little bit about the Fiji Islands and stuff, and how things are there, and what this opportunity means to you and the people of the Fiji Islands and all of the Oceania countries.
Well, I'm sure everybody knows or haven't heard of Fiji or knows about Fiji, but it's a very small country. But thanks, Nick, for, as Nick said before, I'm not Nick from another platform, but I was in another platform like this, like Forex before. Last year, I entered this platform. For 3 months, I was able to recruit one person in 3 months. In the Fiji Islands, no one knows about this stuff. Forex, there's no one. If you talk to someone else about Forex, what is it? What's Forex? I think you exchange your money every day. That's Forex. And this opportunity, when Nick told me about this platform, I just jump in because I know I know Nick for some time. And for 6 days, I tell you, for 6 days, I ranked to the first rank and found 500. So no excuse. I know, actually, I'm originally from Tuvalu, which I guess no one knows about Tuvalu from these people. I moved to Fiji to work, and as I said, one of my brothers said he's a civil engineer. I'm a civil engineer myself, but things get hard. But you need to look for opportunities that can provide for your family. I said, I can say this, some of my team is from Tuvalu. In Tuvalu, there's only 10,000 people in it. It's the smallest island in the United Nations. Excuse me. But for the past 2 weeks, I found a 500 from Tuvalu, and no excuse. The country has no credit cards, no bank. The banks have no credit cards or any sort of cards, but the team works as a team and help each other. And for just 2 weeks, one of my team from Tuvalu ranked 500, found a 500. So there's no excuse about this, guys. This has changed my life because I work full time, and I jump into this opportunity and I do it. Lunchtime, I jump into calls. During my this is early morning here in Fiji, and it's just amazing. Just jump in and share this. I've shared this with people, some of my friends here, and they're so excited. So watch out for this team from Oceania. It's just an amazing, just inspired to hear the people here, the coaches, Coach D. I've watched Coach D many times. It's just inspired to see you come on this platform. It's just amazing. You may not know me, but I've been watching you. It's just amazing. For those,
brother, people are going to know who you are. Trust me.
For those who are new to this platform, just jump in. $100 is nothing. You can jump into the trading and you can make $100 in a day. Thanks, Nick, for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And like Uate was saying, he has a person on his team named Fellow. Fellow's from the island of Tuvalu, where Uatea is originally from. There's only 11,000 people in that country. I couldn't even find it on the map. I literally had to go. I was like zooming in. I'm like, where is this place? But in that country, where they have credit card processing issues, where they have issues, dealing with different countries, Uatea was still able to bring the epic opportunity there. So let me tell you, no excuses, no excuses. This works around the world. If anybody has the desire to learn trading, change their lives, change the lives of their country people, we absolutely have it. So, I wanted to thank everybody for coming out here today. I just want to let you know that, on this road that we're on, we're all trying to rank up. I had made a goal for myself to try to hit ambassador in 90 days. I'm getting very close. This is the 3rd month, and we're about to turn things up. We're about to start more onboarding calls. So when people sign up, within your first day or two, you're going to be on a call to learn, how to navigate the back office, how to set up your trading accounts so you can be off and running. I mean, all of that stuff is in Epic University and stuff, but as a team, we want to make sure that we show you all that we're there for you. We're going to help guide you through this process. This business is going to change your life. Don't take it lightly. I mean, like Julia was saying earlier, that this business, just go for it. Just go for it. There's worse things you can spend money on. It's so easy to blow $100. You go to Starbucks every day, you're gonna blow $100. You know, you go out to the bar with your friends, I guarantee you're gonna blow $100. So, but anyways, like I said, thank you very much for everybody for showing up on this call. I truly appreciate it. We're already going about 2 hours now, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We'll do these more again sometime. Next week, it'll be specifically a team call with, you know, more structure. And, but, you know, today we had Aaron on, very special guest. He is our upline. He's an ambassador 20. He's making $20,000 a month. And for him, I mean, he takes a lot of his money and invests it right back into the team because he makes 3 or 4 times more than that trading. I've been on a call with him for 20 minutes and he made $3,000 in front of me. So trust me that, you know, when you put in the time and effort, and he's been doing this for 8 years, he is a product of the product. He will tell you first and foremost, this is not hype. This is not a gimmick. This is real world. It just seems to everybody like this can't be. This is too good to be true. I've never heard about this. And that's the thing. A lot of people have not heard about this. You know what's good about that? That's the opportunity for us. I'm glad not a lot of people heard about this because now I have a chance to tell them about it. So again, don't prejudge anybody. Let everybody know about it. Even if you think that, oh, this person would never join me. If you think that they're above you, ask for their opinion. Like Leonidas was saying, just say that, hey, you know, I've been doing this thing, it's been working, but, you know, I really respect you and your opinion. Do you mind taking a look at it? They can watch the video. Even if they don't join, it's planted into their head what you're doing. Because if their circumstances ever change and they see you ranking up, they're going to come back. The people that said no to me at the beginning when I didn't have a rank are starting to look at it now. And they're saying, hey, Nick, are you still doing that thing? Yeah, so how's it working? So I'm making about $5,000 a month. And it's like, is that trading? I said, no, that's just on the business building side. I'm making money trading too. And that's what kind of gets them. They're like, oh, so there's 2 ways to make money in this business. Yeah. A lot of people just come in to do the trading. They don't have any desire to build the team. But you know what? When you start getting trading results, and I made $28 last night. I've like had 4 or 5 days in a row where I've, you know, profited. I could have made more, but what I did was I got a little bit cute and I tried to take a trade by myself against the coach's approval because I thought I knew better. And, you know, it bit me in the butt. But, you know, the thing is, that's why we have coaches. That's why you have mentors, because they actually want you to do that. They want you to go experiment, go test out your skills. And then you'll know that, hey, remember, go back to this section of Epic University. We covered it. You go through that section again. Oh, I know the mistake that I made. Mistake will never happen again because you learn. Just like in life, you learn when you make an error, when you say something wrong, you know, you learn from your mistakes and you do it again. One thing I love about Forex trading, there's a Zen quality to it. It's going to change you as a person. It's going to teach you patience. It's going to teach you responsibility. It's going to teach you all sorts of things. So, you know, I want you guys to, you know, really take to heart what we're doing here. And I appreciate everybody that came on this call. Absolutely love this team. We have a worldwide team. It's just growing leaps and bounds. So again, I'm going to wrap up this call. My name is Nicholas Lau from Dallas, Texas. Thank you for joining us on this Epic Trading presentation. If you catch the replay, hope you like it. Reach out to me. I'll get you guys plugged in and we'll see you at the top. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.